Hello everyone, welcome to session number 34, and the topic of our discussion is the play A Streetcar Named Desire by American playwright Tennessee Williams, and we will be focusing on scene number 5. So before we proceed with scene 5 in this session, let us recall things we discussed in the earlier session where we analyzed scene number 4. So what happens in scene number 4, as you can see that we witness as audience and as readers, we witness a kind of tension which is building because of the various actions taken by the characters. So the question which rises in the minds of the audience and the readers is that so what is that force which is propelling all these actions of the characters? So it is very much evident with the title itself, as it is suggestive. It is the force of desire which propels all these actions in the characters of the play. As you can see in scene 4, we come to know that Blanche, who is not happy with the way in which her sister is staying with Stanley, and after seeing the way in which he physically abuses her, now she tells that she has made some arrangements where both these two sisters can seek a better future. She knows a person, her old friend and admirer, with whom she had a very short-lived companionship. His name is Shep Huntley, who has become a millionaire in the state of Texas because of his oil wells, and that person is ready to help them. So she insists Stella to come with her so that they can go back to their earlier aristocratic way of living. But on the other hand, Stella, she is very much adamant, and she has made things very much clear for herself that it is with Stanley her life lies, and her becoming pregnant is a strong testimony of her commitment towards Stanley. So this is one important event of scene number 4, and we also have we also witness that Stella and Blanche, when they go out for dinner, and on the same night when they return back, we see Blanche's first meeting with Mitch. This is also a turning point of the play. As soon as Blanche sees Mitch, she feels a kind of attraction towards him, or you can say that with so much desire and hopes she had come here to New Orleans, it is in Mitch she sees some hope of a future and to come out of all her mistakes in the past. So as soon as she gets attracted towards Mitch, they both meet, and we see this in the scene. We see that they both admire each other, and you also keep in mind that it is in through the paper lantern which is put on the bulb. Blanche tries to appear herself in front of Mitch. So it is her way of hiding not only her past but also her present physical appearance. Okay, so this is another significant event. On the other hand, at the end of the scene number 4, we see that Stanley, he returns home, and we have a very symbolic indicative of his action when he hugs Stella, and then gives a very grin smile or a very sarcastic smile to Blanche, suggesting that she cannot take Stella away from him and she cannot win over him. So these were some of the major things of scene 4. So now we are into scene number 5. Okay, so this is a very interesting part of the play, very crucial part of the play, where we look into gradual movement of the story and sudden plot development which happens in the play because of the actions of the characters. Let us see what happens in scene number 5. The objective of this session is to understand the plot development and the major events of the scene number 5. and at the end of this session students will be able to understand the major incident, and it is also expected of students to develop some critical outlook and have some critical approach towards the incidents of scene number 5. So what happens in scene 5? As we already know, in scene 4 Blanche makes it clear that she has made some arrangements with the help of her friend Shep Huntley for a better future for herself and Stella. So here we see Blanche is in the middle of writing a letter to her past companion Shep Huntley, and this letter is full of life, and she describes a jet set life for Stella and Blanche to Shep. See, here also we see the character of Blanche, who is someone who never tries to accept the harsh reality, factual realities of life. She is the one who seems to be very much escapist in her attitude. Here also, even while seeking help from her friend, she is not revealing the factual present situation through which she is going, and also the sad condition of her sister Stella. Instead, she is still trying to hide that reality and writing a letter which is full of lies, saying that they are very much settled, they are comfortable, they are still leading a lavish life full of cocktail parties, with a yacht, all these comforts of luxurious lavish life, but it is not true. This is a very significant act where when we make critical analysis of the character of Blanche Dubois, you will come to know that she is the one who is escapist in the kind she escapes the harsh realities, and as her name indicative, Blanche Dubois, a woman who is from the forest, who is white, who is full of pure, who is pure, who is unspoilt, and white is symbolic of being truthful, but unfortunately whatever she does is against the symbolic significance of her name. So while this incident is happening, on the other hand, we see on the upstairs of Kowalski's apartment, where Eunice and Steve they stay, we see that Eunice and Steve are fighting, and the reason for the fighting that Steve has slept with a woman, which has made Eunice very much angry, and Eunice rushes down out of the apartment, and she goes out saying that she is going to call the police and file a complaint against Eunice, and she is going to take very harsh actions against him. She runs away. See, what you can see here, a kind of violence, a kind of tension in both the apartments, not just in Kowalski apartment. You see same thing happening above upstairs with Eunice and Steve. So she goes out saying that she'll go to the police, and on the other hand here below, Stanley, he comes home and he is dressed and he is ready to go for bowling as usual, his routine, and Steve comes down with a bruise on his forehead, which is indicative of a kind of violence which has happened earlier, a kind of physical combat you see, and where Steve was hurt, and you can see a bruise on his forehead, and he is looking for his wife. Where is Eunice? Where she has gone? So Stanley tells Eunice that she has not gone to any police station. Actually, she has gone to a bar in the neighborhood which is named as Four Deuces. Okay, so remember the name of this bar. Okay, when you appear for competitive examinations, even the minute detail is very, very important. She has gone to a bar named Four Deuces. Okay, so on the one hand, it is a kind of relief for Eunice for the fact that she has not gone anywhere else, and Stella, when she approaches Eunice and looking at a situation, when Eunice says I would rather go to bar than the police station, Stella says that actually that is the best thing she can do, because going to the police station is not going to solve her problem. According to Stella, it is like momentarily forgetting her sorrows and again coming back and accepting it. See the way in which domestic violence itself is being appropriated by the women of the family itself is something questionable and shocking. Okay, so it is open for further discussion and debate, and you people can take this aspect of the play for your discussion. So after knowing that Eunice has gone to a bar in the neighborhood, yeah, Steve rushes to find her. So the next part of the scene in scene number 5 is very much important. We again see the encounter between Blanche and Stanley. I say by this time they have clearly developed a kind of a strong disliking towards each other. You never see any kind of casual compatible atmosphere whenever they meet, and we all know the reasons behind it. Stanley, he has a very strong belief that it is because of this lady Blanche, the Bella Rive is lost. Actually it is not lost, it is sold by her and she has used all the money. He has to find more things about her past, and what is that strong motive running in his mind, where he has made it clear that he is going to ruin the life of Blanche. He is not going to leave her like this, because what he feels that Blanche is here to take away Stella from him. So Stella becomes a kind of controlling force, like a star, as her name itself indicates, for both Stanley and Blanche. Blanche wants Stella to come with her, whereas Stanley wants Stella to stay with him. So it is this motive leads them to take several actions. Okay, so it is also desire to have Stella in their lives is also a motive of their actions, not just sexual desire here. So here Stanley, he reveals a very important fact to Blanche when he says that if she knows a person named Shaw. Okay, so this is a very shocking thing for Blanche, because when he asks about the person named Shaw, she gets very much shocked and confused, because this name is related to her past in the place of Laurel in Mississippi, where she was working as a teacher, and she was thrown and she was made to lose her job. We don't know the reasons yet, and there were so many other important things about her past. So here Stanley puts some unsettling questions to Blanche, and he tells that a friend of his has gone through Laurel, and he has collected some information about Blanche, and also about the hometown and the kind of place where she lived and what happened with her. And he also reveals that now he knows that Blanche, for some time, she stayed in a hotel, a disrespectable hotel called the Flamingo, and where she had many male visitors visiting her. So this is a shocking revelation. Whether it is true or not, we don't know yet. But Blanche, at this point of time, she denies it, saying that it is not true. But before we proceed further, this information is very much true about Blanche. After losing her job as a teacher, because she had developed a kind of relationship, a sexual relationship with a young student, which made her to lose her job, and after she was thrown out of the school, and she made a short stay in this hotel named Flamingo, where there also she made a bad name and reputation for herself because of several visitors visiting her. That also made the people of hotel throwing her out of the hotel, and this is a thing which has actually happened with Blanche in her past, but at this moment she is not ready to accept it and she denies it. Okay, when these things happening, Steve and Eunice, they return now, like after sitting and maybe having a drink, 2 or 3 drinks together. Now everything is subsided. They return back, and Eunice is still sobbing, and Steve trying to convince and console her. So you see a kind of this love and hate relationship between Eunice and Steve. In spite of the fact that Steve slept with another woman, it is like Eunice has to accept it, and she has to continue her life living with Steve. So Blanche, on the other hand, she is very much shaken by the shocking revelations of Stanley about her past, and she is not able to understand how to deal with situation. And she is also very anxious and also a little bit scared to know whether the same gossip and rumor is spreading in her present stay in New Orleans. Okay, so as we all know, she wants to forget her past and she wants to lead a new life. So she wants to know what is happening in the city of New Orleans. So she asks Stella if she has heard any rumors about her. And Stella is very much baffled and confused by this question of Blanche, because as of now there are no rumors. Yes, and what is the reason behind Blanche asking these questions? Because we know that now Blanche seeks a better future in Mitch, and she wants to make sure that Mitch will not come to know about her past, whatever which has happened in Laurel, Mississippi. So in her conversation with Stella, it is in this point of the play, in scene number 5, we come to know that whatever shocking revelations made by Stanley about Blanche are actually true. So Blanche here, she admits to her sister Stella that she was not so good during the last few years, and she had many companionship with several men, and she seeked comfort with several men. And Blanche, she appears very tensed after confessing this fact, and Stella fixes her a drink, and while she is pouring drink, we witness that as a result she makes Blanche's clothes to get dirty, and something she gets angry at, because we know that Blanche has made arrangements to go out on a date with Mitch on the same evening. Okay, so we see that Stella is very much embarrassed by the kind of attitude and the kind of sentimentality which Blanche is displaying. Okay, so their conversation continues, and Stella and Blanche, they both talk about Mitch. So this name Mitch is very significant in the life of Blanche now, because he represents a better future for her. He represents all the desire of Blanche coming to this place and to seek a better future and to forget about her past. Yes, so they talk about Mitch, and Blanche also reveals that she will be going out with him on a date later that night, on the same night. And Blanche, she also reveals that she is quite taken with Mitch, which means she is very much attracted by the gentlemanly behavior of Mitch, because the character of Mitch is totally contrasting with that of Stanley. When Stanley appears to be very rude and when physically he is abusing everyone, it is Mitch who stood with Blanche, and he consoled her in the sad situation. Yes, so she is very much attracted, not just for the reason of a better future, but she thinks that he is a man who has refined behavior and qualities of a gentleman. And Stella leaves for an outing with Stanley. So now Blanche is alone. She is waiting for the arrival of Mitch. But what happens is Eunice bounces out of the apartment, shrinking with laughter, and Steve chases after her. See what happens in the end part of this scene. In the beginning, we see Eunice and Steve. The scene starts with very harsh quarrel between these two, and it is ending with a kind of humorous situation where Eunice is running and Steve is chasing and she is laughing. It's like they have reconciled. Now everything is settled down. Now there is no more tension between these two. So now Blanche now waiting for the arrival of Mitch. They have a date to go out. While she is waiting for Mitch, what happens that a young man, he comes to the apartment, and he comes to collect subscription for the newspaper titled Evening Star. So here what happens at this point when Blanche finds this opportunity, when there is no one around in the apartment, it is a young man who is seen there, she tries to seduce him. So before we proceed further, what is the motive of Blanche doing this with the young man? Because we know that she has made her things clear that she will seek a better future in a relationship with Mitch. But what was the reason for her to take this action? Okay, something very immoral, illicit, and morally completely wrong. How to interpret this action of Blanche? As we all know that Blanche is a woman who tries to hide the harsh realities. She doesn't want to see herself as a woman who has lost her physical charm and beauty. Maybe this was something done by her so that she will come to know whether she is still attractive or not. And this act is also reminiscent of her short relationship with a young student at Laurel, Mississippi. Okay, so she tries to seduce him. The young boy is not out of his teens, is still a young boy, a teenager. He seems nervous and he is excited at the same time. And finally, she kisses him and then she sends him away. So that's it. So she doesn't develop any emotional bond with this boy. She kisses him. Maybe that has made her to realize that she still has some physical charm. We don't know. I don't know if I can interpret in such a way, but it is her real intention to find for herself whether she is attractive enough for Mitch. Maybe she did that action with the young boy who had come there to collect money for the subscriptions. So after this, Mitch arrives with a dozen of roses in his hands. He seems to be very happy. Blanche accepts them and they welcome each other, and now they have to go out in the evening on their date. So with this action, scene 5 ends. So looking into some critical perspectives of this particular scene in the play, we again look into Blanche's harsh critique of the physical behavior and also the way in which Stanley leads his life. Okay, so again it is indicative of her asserting her class affiliation and disapproving the working class behavior of Stanley. And we also looked into the atmosphere of sex and violence which is being prevalent in this scene too. But in this scene it is not just with not just in the Kowalski apartment, but also with Eunice and Steve. On both the floors you witness this aspect of sex and violence. Okay, and on that incident when Blanche speaks to Stanley, we also see some references of Blanche interpreting things in terms of zodiac signs and constellations, whereas Stanley, he totally rejects them. Again, it is indicative of Blanche being very much a person who believes in supernatural things, imaginary things, who is delusional, and fantasy is an integral part of her life and her outlook towards the life, whereas Stanley appears to be very much realistic in his approach. And we also see in this scene that Blanche again drinks to soothe or to calm her nerves, again indicative of her forgetting her harsh past by taking solace in alcohol. And she is clinging to Mitch. In this scene it becomes clear that Mitch is symbolic of our better future, or he stands as that last hope in this particular part of her life where she can think of a better future for herself. So these are some of the critical perspectives of on the events of scene number 5. Okay, I hope you find this useful. Thank you.